on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. The day is finally here. This is the long-awaited, rumored, to be released tonight, Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. We have been waiting for this one for what feels like ages, and finally we get our first teaser trailer. So again, expectations going into this, since the title is teaser, I really don't think we're gonna see anybody like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield appear. I could be wrong. Again, we'll find out in just a moment here. This is my first time ever doing this type of thing. We're gonna check out the trailer, then talk about the actual trailer itself. And without further ado, let's press play. Whoa. Are those trains going through canyon?
Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop.
Okay.
Yes, my spider lord. Can we just stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
That's right, folks.
Okay, so everybody definitely knows who he is.
I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
Seems like he might need a lawyer in that particular situation, right?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie to people.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man?
That's a cool shot.
Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people.
There's Ned.
I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
I guarantee you somebody's going to say that black cat sticker in the background is going to be black cat confirmed.
Pleasure.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Please. we
Why is
saved out
everything
the
snowed
universe,
over?
but I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
It would have been funny if he said that
When
feels
Mysterio
strange.
revealed my identity,
That was the new costume, wasn't it? The black and gold?
I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Oh, so they're going to do brand new day slash
It's too dangerous.
one more day.
Fine. I won't.
Except instead of Mephisto, I guess it's Strange.
The entire
Who's gonna
world
cast
is
it?
about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through.
Oh, okay.
Ned, he's my best friend.
Adding some stakes to the whole situation. Dang, that was a cool visual.
What's happened?
I'm guessing that unleashes the multiverse.
Space time.
Dang, I'm very surprised how much Stephen Strange is in this. I thought he would be like a little cameo, but he's... Oh, that was the electricity! So that had to be Max.
Trying to live two different lives.
Ooh, the astral
The longer you
form.
do it, the more
Okay.
dangerous it becomes.
John Favreau's in this. Oh, the pumpkin bomb!
Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
Oh, here we go, baby. Dude. Okay, I'm guessing he should know that he's Peter, right? December 17th. Good googly moogly. Holy moly. So let's go through that. First of all, what a teaser. Okay, I'm like literally first impressions right now. So I'm like trying to process everything. I'm very, very excited overall. Again, I love the classic Spider-Man redo, I guess, for the score. Okay, so let's start off at the very start, shall we? It seems like that would be quite appropriate here. So they open up here, Spider Minions. Is that what it is? I think that's what it says. And I believe that's a picture of Ned and MJ, I think, which is, I mean, a little sus for them to be publishing that, but I guess it is what it is. I guess we do pick up where Spider-Man has clearly, his identity has been revealed, and we see the repercussions of that. I think that this teaser trailer does an excellent job of immediately establishing to us that it sucks. being a superhero and everybody knowing what your secret identity is, particularly when you're somebody in the position of Peter Parker. We saw a character like Tony Stark have a much easier time with it because he's Tony Stark. He was already a celebrity. He was already world renowned. He was already incredibly wealthy. And so he was able to process the difficulties of being Iron Man, or known as Iron Man, a lot easier than we see Parker struggling with it. Now, this scene right here, there is a rumor that Matt Murdock, aka Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock, will be appearing here. I didn't see him. I mean, maybe that doesn't look like him. So I'm thinking like maybe there is in this scene here. I don't know, where do I recognize this dude from? He's been in something else. I definitely have seen this actor before in some other project. Maybe this right here is Matt Murdock, to be fair. But I doubt it, because I think we can see here, that's the guy with the white shirt. That's the guy who's like in the police outfit. So maybe that's Charlie Cox right there. But it sure looks like he might need a lawyer at some point. And so who better than arguably the most famous lawyer in the Marvel universe to show up, and that would be Matt Murdock. I don't see anything here. It's too difficult to read anything there. A devil in disguise, which, by the way, interestingly enough, so there was a comic book storyline that was actually really poorly received. It was kind of a mess, because a similar thing happens in the comics with the Civil War storyline. So during the Civil War storyline, Tony Stark convinces Parker to sign the Accords, and then he reveals and basically holds a press conference where he reveals to everyone that he's Peter Parker. He only then goes on to regret making that decision, and then he ends up making a deal with the devil, which is Mephisto, in order to go on ahead and make everybody forget about the fact that he is Spider-Man, and vice versa. So here, they took that plot, and it seems like they're going to actually apply that to Doctor Strange. Of course, some people are going to be like, Doctor Strange is Mephisto confirmed, but it does seem like they're at least paying some type of a, I guess, tip of the cap to that here, because he will need to sort of make a deal with the devil to go on ahead and get rid of this problem that he's got now. Now, in school, obviously, he is recognized. We can see that I like here that we do see, like always, one of the things that Parker is so renowned for in the comics as a character is that he always puts, especially after everything that happens with Uncle Ben, he always puts everybody else ahead of himself. And so you could see that he's not even worried for himself, for everybody knowing his identity. It's more so like this line that he delivers here for everyone else. You can see Ned, you can see Aunt May, you can see MJ. And so you see that he actually struggles more so with them finding out, and with them now having to deal with the repercussions of they're in danger now. They're going to be bombarded with questions now. So I think particularly as he is being clearly now framed as somebody who has killed Mysterio and as this bad guy by J. Jonah Jameson. By the way, there's the Black Cat reference, which I'm sure somebody will interpret as that. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is this supposed to be Doctor Strange, maybe? Kind of a reference to Doctor Strange, possibly? Or somebody's going to say Morbius, I'm sure. Now, this right here is really interesting. What the heck is going on in the Sanctum Sanctorum? Why is everything frozen over? Is that like supposed to be like hell has frozen over? Sort of like, since again, it goes back to the Mephisto line. Also, who is that in the corner there? I don't know who that is. That is not Wong. We do see Wong in this trailer, but it's interesting. I guess he has some sort of an assistant there. I'm very curious to see why everything is frozen over. I really love the puff jacket with the cape still rocking, rolling. He's just having some coffee or something. That's very cool. They have a great chemistry, these two, in this trailer. I also really am surprised by how much of Doctor Strange we're going to see in this thing. That's very, very interesting to me. I did not expect that, because I thought he would be maybe kind of the thing that sets the movie off, but it looks like he's going to be with Peter going through the film, because we see afterwards when he casts the spell, he's still with Peter Parker through and through. So that's interesting. There's that new costume right there. We just see it for just a couple of glimpses there, but first of all, very cool to see a black costume Spider-Man. There he goes, taking the mask off. Nice use right there. Look at that. That's where they did the edit. That's very cool. And then there you go. You got Parker running away with his new costume. I am very curious to see. I wonder where this is. Because I almost wonder if this is Feast. Because I see the Feast poster right there. And if it's Feast, that would be interesting for sure. Just because maybe we'll see Miles down the line as well. Maybe they introduce him similarly how they did in the video game. Right? Maybe he is a volunteer here. That would be kind of cool. And there goes Parker running off. So that's our first glimpse of that new costume that he will have. This is a pretty cool scene. This one kind of reminds me a little bit of that Superman scene where you see all the people kind of reaching up at him. So that's definitely a pretty cool shot. And there he goes, making that offer to Strange, like, hey, could you cast a spell and make everybody forget that I am Peter Parker? Interestingly enough, he is still wearing the Eye of Agamotto, but I don't believe he has the Time Stone any longer. So I wonder why he would be wearing it. There's Wong, very cool, also wearing a winter attire. So I hope we find out why exactly is the entire Sanctum Sanctorum frozen over. So that's interesting. Then he goes off. You can see that they head to the basement where it looks like he will cast this spell. Very cool effects here for the spell. And then we, of course, see Peter starting to have hesitations about whether or not he wants this to happen. Because, of course, with all the bad that has happened from people finding out that he is Peter Parker, he obviously is also happy for the fact that he now has a relationship with MJ. He's happy that his best friend Ned knows his particular secret identity. And Aunt May, knowing his secret identity, probably alleviates some of the pressure that he has as well. So he starts to have second thoughts, but it's too little too late, Peter, for you have stepped into the spell circle. And just like the spellbinding circle in Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's no going back. And so Strange casts the spell. Cool animation effects there. Again, great chemistry between those two. We see a cool effect here, which kind of looks reminiscent of the scene that Stephen Strange experiences in the first Doctor Strange movie. And then the multiverse has, I suppose, broken. So here we have very Doctor Strange-y scenes where you could see the entire world kind of collapsing on itself with all that fractal sort of stuff, the fractal effects that Doctor Strange is known for. There's Doctor Strange once again. Interesting, Peter's rocking the black costume here, no? I think that is the costume from, not No Way Home. Oh my goodness. Far From Home, right? Okay, so here we see, this has to be Electro. I am curious as to why the lightning is a different color. Daily Bugle truck over there. So kind of interesting in that sense. Like, why did he change colors? Although in the comics, to be fair, regular Electro was always with the yellow lightning. And then Ultimate Electro in the Ultimate comics had the blue lightning effect. So maybe this is a different Max. So that's possible. This right here is a really cool scene. They had it at the very start of the teaser. So it looks like they're riding a train through a bunch of canyons, which, by the way, would just probably be a really, really beautiful ride. But it looks like Strange actually replicates a bunch of different trains. I'm not really sure the context of that. I wonder if this is a bit of an homage to that classic train stopping scene. That could be it, but that looks very, very, very cool. And then you could see Parker trying to hold on as he gets sent flying. I'm very curious as to why this is even happening. I guess we'll find out, because he's only duplicating that one particular train. We can see there's a big giant drop off, and then off goes the train. Little conversation between those two. There's the Astral Scene. This is interesting. I wonder what this cube right here is. It definitely has the Doctor Strange insignia on there, like the Sorcerer Supreme stuff. So what's that all about? And is this maybe Parker trapping things? Also reference to Squirrel Girl, of course. That's how everybody who does this sort of stuff makes judgments. They're like, well, there's a squirrel in the scene. Of course it means the Squirrel Girl is coming. That's what it means, apparently. By the way, I love Doctor Strange's look. Like, he's really coming to his own. He looks very, very, very cool. He's got the gray in the hair there. Looks epic. Now, here we have a crazy scene. So we can see, first of all, Parker's rocked 3 different costumes in this thing already, which is very cool. So we see that he will be wearing multiple attires throughout this movie. We saw the Far From Home costume. We saw the new black, I guess, Doctor Strange sorcerer costume. And then we have the classic Iron Spider here as well, which actually was the costume that Spider-Man was wearing at the time in the comics when he revealed to the world that he is Peter Parker. So he's got the really cool tentacle arms. And then I'm not really sure what this scene is. Seems like just some sort of an action scene, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not really spotting anything here. I wonder if there's anything more to it, but this seems to be kind of an out of place scene. Then we do see Jon Favreau, and it looks like he is part of that scene. So for whatever is happening there, he seems to be quite petrified of whatever might be happening. Oh, I wonder what that is. Who's attacking him? You can't really tell, but there's a chain. Huh. Who is that? Oh, wait, no, that's Doc Ock, probably. You see? That's probably the tentacle arm. And there's the second one. So he turns around probably to whip him. So that's probably Doc Ock. More lightning, more Electro. Oh, dude! I didn't even notice that. That's Sand. There's Parker right there. So that's probably Sandman. Dang. So we are probably going to get the Sinister Six. And who better to lead the Sinister Six than one of two men? Number one would be the Pumpkin Bomb from the Sam Raimi movies, which is very, very cool. Going off, obviously indicating that we might very well see Green Goblin in this thing. And then the wrap-up of the trailer. And you could see there's the tentacle arm. And there's Melina. Very cool. It looks like they used the anti-aging technology on him because he looks a little bit younger there. And then, of course, he says, "Well, Peter." And I don't think he's talking to our Peter Parker, though. Just because how would he know that he's Peter Parker? Unless I guess maybe he got pulled from his world to this world and he just knows by looking around, watching the news and things like that. And then look at that cool transformation scene right there. Frame by frame. Very, very cool. You see Parker assemble with the Iron Spider armor. And it looks like, at least from the looks of it, he is face to face with Doc Ock. And there we go. The fade to black, the fade to the logos. Spider-Man, No Way Home. What a trailer. I think that this was a really effective teaser. I think that my guess is that we will see either Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire in a subsequent trailer, one that will be called the final trailer probably. And I think that's where we'll get a bit more of the plot. Although I do think that this teaser trailer did a good job of setting things up. Like, I think at this point, it would be kind of crazy to not assume that we will see some sort of a multiversal makeshift Sinister Six assembled across different multiverses. I guess the one person that we haven't seen in this trailer would be Vulture, right? So maybe he'll make an appearance as part of that Sinister Six, but we do see references to Electro. We do see references to Sandman. We do see Doc Ock and Green Goblin. So that would occupy 4 of the 6 spots, implying that maybe Mysterio and then maybe the returning Vulture will be our rounding out of the Sinister Six. So we shall see. Time will tell. Let me know what you guys think of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, or teaser trailer, I should say. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the reveals here. I think visually it looks stunning. I'm very excited to see more of a team-up type feel for these movies, because I think that's how they get to benefit from being part of the MCU, is that if we do actually bring in characters and have little team-up stories, just like we do in the comics. So that's interesting. I'm very curious how they will untangle everything, because I do think that this is a very complicated plot. And so they better have an interesting way to unwind all these loops, because as much as there is now a lot of anticipation about crossing over Garfield and Tobey and all these universes and bringing them together and intertwining them all together, you better have a nice fancy way to unwind it, because otherwise I think people will be absolutely furious. So with that all in mind, guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and let me know if you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you later. Alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.